There are some absolute must-buys in this list. Like, I think you're silly if you don't grab the first game we're about to talk about. Today is an excellent list of lowest price ever sales on our Nintendo Switch as we snuggle up for the cold season, the holidays, and a whole bunch of family fun. What's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. Let's get into it. We got some Amazon first-party stuff. We got a must-buy if you don't grab it, what's going on? And we got some spooky games on sale as we prep for the most hallowed night of the year. Let's check it out. Smash that like button if you enjoy getting your Switch games cheap, and let me know what you want to pick up in the comments down below. The Outer Worlds just got absolutely upgraded with a big patch taking the graphics to a much more palatable level. This is an awesome title that is fantastic to see on Switch, and now it's $36.87 or 39% off over at Amazon. We always have links in the description for these Amazon games if you want to grab them. It does help the channel out a little bit if you use our links, and it's a really good price for a really good game that just got put into another stratosphere, if you will, in terms of its prowess and polish, which is a lot more recommendable than where it started. Also got Splatoon 2 on sale for $39.99, 33% off, and they're doing good things with the multiplayer, bringing Splatfest through until the March season of 2021. But I want to shout this one out for its single player. I think it's criminally underrated. It's a fantastic campaign. It's a rare Nintendo campaign because oftentimes it's just levels, or multiplayer, or kind of just like, you know, make your own fun like Animal Crossing. Splatoon 2 is shockingly good, even as a solo affair. Now let's take our talents to the eShop where we have BLOODROOTS. Now BLOODROOTS is my must buy. What are you doing game of the week? It's $1.99. That is 90% off till November the 2nd. This game is worth 8 quarters. Absolutely. It is a fantastically challenging race to see if you can use all sorts of wild weaponry like carrots, wheelbarrows, swords, and more to slap your enemies silly without dying quick. The graphics are incredibly vibrant, the story is wild, there's all sorts of hats, and again, it's a challenge. You might find yourself feeling frustrated, but the satisfaction upon completion, it's a chef's kiss, and I honestly think you're silly if you don't buy this for $2. Normally $20, it's a great deal. Let's get spooky with it. Halloween is coming up. Can't wait to show you guys my costume. It's going to be fantastic. And Amnesia Collection is a pretty fantastic horror game. $5.99 for the anthology, which puts it at 80% off till November the 2nd. This comprises 3 Amnesia titles, Dark Descent, A Machine for Pigs, and Justine, and should get you ready for the newest Amnesia game that is currently not on Switch, but got really good reviews. These are walking simulator meets hiding simulators meets spook fest, and are the perfect way to settle in for a low-key Halloween. Layers of Fear Legacy is $3.99. This is another game that is very, very creepy and eerie. Maybe a little more understated, and I think a little more under the radar than Amnesia. It's 80% off till November the 5th, and it involves a very ever-changing world. Madness will strike. I don't find this one as terrifying as Amnesia, but it definitely has the jump scare moments. It's made by Bloober Team. They've gone on to do really good work, like... Ooh, did they? What's the other game? Are they doing the medium? I think they're doing the medium. That, like, everyone's always like, oh my god, Xbox Series X has the medium. I don't know why they talk about it like that, but they love their world-bending visual treats, and this one is no trick at $3.99. CARRION is a game where you get to be the villain. You get to be the monstrous slimeball scourge that is sucking up the Science Center, and it's $14.99, down from $20. It's 25% off till November the 2nd. I don't feel like this game was received as well as we all hoped. It is a Devolver Digital joint, so it's got a unique charm, an interesting style, and overall a great idea, but I wouldn't say that the game is great. I'd say it's just good, so maybe now's a good time to get it while it is on sale. Alien Isolation is a big third-party title that stuck its way onto Switch a little while ago, and it's down to $19.99. That's 43% off for its normal $35 price until November the 3rd. This one sees you avoiding the big bad boy, the big bad alien. As it creeps and crawls through the vents, it is a lot more hide and seek than it is shock and disturb, but there is other combat. The game includes DLC. It's the complete edition of the title, and it's pretty good. It's nice to have on Switch, and it feels like a, I hate to say this, but it feels like, like a full-on game, since we've talked about a lot of indie titles. This one is much more AAA, and I do recommend it. Oh, baby. Another basically must-buy on our list and that is Hades. This game is skyrocketed straight to #1 in the eShop, and this sale is only going to push it higher. The first time it's seen a discount, Hades is 20% off, down to $19.99 till November the 5th. Now, normally a 20% discount wouldn't constitute a must-buy, go get it, but Hades is basically a must-buy, go get it before any discount. This just makes that deal even sweeter. It's a fantastic roguelike that creates investment and engagement via awesome storytelling, fantastic combat, and that glorious art style that Supergiant Games has come to own in the indie space. It's been all the rage. It's absolutely going to be a part of Game of the Year discussions, and it's super cool that it's a Nintendo Switch console exclusive right now. So even despite the small percentage off, I think this one is safely a must-buy, my friends. If you haven't checked it out yet, you're in for a real treat. Now, telling lies is something I don't recommend for anyone to do, but the game itself is pretty interesting. It's down to $9.99, 50% off till November the 12th, and this is one of those FMB-style games where you are trying to solve a mystery. It's from the creator of Her Story and Silent Hill Shattered Memories, two very different but very engaging, awesome games. And this one, you're just looking through all this footage, watching these video clips, and trying to piece together the story. 4 different people, one giant lie. It is very intense and pretty awesome. It's also unlike anything else, so if you're not down for like a good mysterious storyline with very little gameplay and more visual novel, but like, I guess, video novel, if you will, it's very interesting. It's just, you got to know what you're getting into, and this is a great deal at half off. Darksiders Genesis, which is the only game of the day that isn't the lowest price it's ever been, but I love this one so much that when I saw it on sale for $26.79, 33% off till November the 5th, I had to bring it up. It is you get to be 2 of the horsemen in a cooperative title that you can play with a friend or you can play solo. The best part is when you play solo, you still get to swap characters. You don't have to settle and choose if you want to be war or you want to be strife. You get to pick every single second. And I love the swap ability. I love that you can be a lonely person and still play co-op. And it is a really awesome puzzle-based action RPG. It reminds me a lot of like Diablo, but I think it's more engaging. There's not as anywhere near like the loot mechanics or that idea. It's much more of an action-adventure game, but it looks really pretty. It's a lot of fun. There are cool collectibles, and I think it looks and plays fantastic. And I think it's so cool on Switch. I like Darksiders a lot, but this might be my favorite of the series. Next up, we got The Messenger, $9.99, another Devolver joint, 50% off till November the 2nd. This one, I think, started a little slow, but people have really picked up on its quality. It does come with a free expansion, which is pretty darn cool, and it involves an interesting, again, world-shifting mechanic where you're changing from 8-bit to 16-bit graphics. Now, I don't think this game is anywhere near as good as, say, Katana Zero or some of the other Metroidvanias that are out on the system if we're looking at ninja-based games or genre-based games along the same vein. But it's still fun, and if you want to grab it for 50% off, it might be a nice treat for this cold season. 8-Bow. Another must-buy. I wish it was a little cheaper, but $7.49 is still a fantastic price. When this one gets down to like $5, I'm going to say like, I'm going to freaking ape out and tell you have to buy it. But even at $7.49, this one-man army game is fantastic. One dude made this phenomenal Donkey Kong Escape Civilization title. It is so much fun. It's like Hotline Miami, but with a monkey, and it's so good. The art is fantastic. The music and the percussion that relates to the gameplay on screen is glorious. It's just a blast. It really is awesome. There's a demo if you need to try it, but I'm telling you, it's stupid fun. It's so good. SUPERHOT is $15, 40% off till November the 7th. That's the lowest price it's been, and it's an amazing game. A fantastic one. When I think back to indies over the last decade, this is one that started off like, that's interesting, but I look back and I say, wow, this game is absolutely awesome. It is really viscerally engaging because as you move, the bullets move. You got to be cerebral, you got to be quick, and you got to love the color red because there's a lot of it in this game, but it's super good. I'm glad it's on Switch. It was one of those stealth drop type titles, and now you can get it for a nice 40% discount. Lonely Mountains Downhill is the game that I want to grab this week. $15, 25% off till November the 5th. It seems like a calm mountain affair, but the title has racked up 1 million sales, and it's really awesome. You can ride down different sections of these peaks and compete in online leaderboards. They've continued to add content, and I think it's just like a relaxing but still competitive, but really pretty, but very simple, but just great game. It's like, hey, this is what indie should be. The price point always seemed a little high to me, so I like that it's down to 15, and I think I'm going to grab it. Star Wars is back in the news because The Mandalorian Season 2 is right around the corner. Will Baby Yoda do more than coo and look cute? We'll have to wait and see. I hope that Season 2 is filled with a bit more action, but Episode 1 Racer was my action jam back on the PS2. It's now on Switch. It sure looks like a PS2 game, but it's $7.49. It's 50% off till November the 3rd, and you might have some fun. It does have 2-player multiplayer, and that's going to be local. Jedi Knight 1 is on sale, and so is Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast. I'll highlight this one. It's $5, 50% off till November the 3rd. You get to play the campaign. This does not have the multiplayer. So if you want multiplayer, you got to look to Jedi Knight 1. That game is also on sale till November the 3rd, but both are pretty good times that I enjoyed back in my teen Star Wars days. My friend Pedro, he's not my friend, but he could be yours. This game didn't really gel with me, but I have to point it out because I recognize its quality and its charm. It's getting a freaking TV show. $11.99. That puts it at 40% off till November the 2nd, the lowest price it's been. Banana Boy Bullets. That's all you need to know. It's like Angry Dwight. And you're using, all sorts of skills and tricks to try to creatively kill and magically kill and really create a concert of blood and acrobatics. It's a fun time. Enter the Gungeon, one of my favorite games on Switch. Enough said. $7.49. That puts it at 50% off. This is the roguelike to play till November 2nd, or at least that's when it's on sale. They've added a lot. There's so much content here. It's so good. You fight bullets with bullets. The guns are crazy. The charm is good. The controls are perfect. Love it so much. Spirit of the North actually got pretty good reviews. It's $17.49. That puts it 30% off till November the 8th. You get to be a fox through a lovely land as you explore Nordic folklore and try to solve puzzles and speculate on the meaning of a lost ancient civilization. It's a very beautiful looking game. It's one that you might find charming. It's probably a little too slow for my taste, but I wanted to point it out because I do know some people did really enjoy it, and this is a pretty good sale. There's also a physical version, but that digital edition is down to $17.50. One Finger Death Punch 2 is a pretty simple but charming fun game. It's $2.06. 77% off till November the 1st. I enjoyed this one. I actually played it on a quick video on the channel a while back. I thought it looked interesting. I wanted to see what the hype was. It feels like a mobile game, but again, at $2, it's not too bad. It looks good on Switch, and it's just quick. I don't know. It's one of those good reflex games. It's rhythmic for sure. They call it the world's fastest brawler, and that might be true, but even if you only have a fast session, it's definitely worth the dollars too. Spaceland, $10. From 20, that's 50% off till November the 9th. This comes from Tortuga Team, and they have made what feels kind of like an XCOM light type experience. Now, this was or is an Apple Arcade type title, so be wary. But the battles are confined to 10 to 15 minute chunks, which I really like. There's a bunch of different enemies. You get to make up your squad. You do get to fight big bosses with really colorful, cute dialogue, almost Pixar-esque graphics as well, which I like, and it's pretty neat. It's pretty nice. It's a decent time. I played it on phone. You can get it there, but if you want it on Switch, it's $10. That'll do it for today's list. A lot of interesting and awesome titles, starting off with that Outer Worlds, now patched for $36.87 over on Amazon. Splatoon 2 and Mario Party, if you want to get those at their best price, and then you got to get BLOODROOTS. Plus, we've got a whole litany of scary games: AMNESIA, Layers of Fear, CARRION, and Alien Isolation if you want to get in the Halloween spirit. And honestly, some other good titles as well. Darksiders Genesis, despite not seeing the lowest price, fantastic pickup. Ape Out, I love it. SUPERHOT, awesome. You know the rest of the deal. Let me know your favorite game and which one you want to pick up in the comments down below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to check out What the Golf by clicking the link in the description down below. It does help the channel out, even just a click. I love you guys a lot. I hope you're doing well. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart out there. Enjoy your week, and until next time, everybody, thanks again. Love you a lot. SwitchForce out.